We'll call this meeting to order. This is the Board of Works regular meeting. It is November 18th. And I make the rules, so it's 9 o'clock. We open quotes. If there's anybody with a quote, please bring it up now. No quotes will be accepted after this time. No quotes. We'll move on. Nancy, would you do roll call, please?
Thank you so much, Mike. All four of our Board of Works members are with us this morning in the council chambers. Andy Jones.
I'm present.
Rose Rivera. Oh, your mic's not on, Andy. I don't.
Oh, it's on?
Oh, now it is.
Okay.
Rose Rivera.
Present as well.
Mike Macklin.
Present.
Andrew Kreider.
Present.
And noting there is one vacancy on this board. Thank you.
Okay. Could I have a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Could I have a motion to amend the agenda to include under item 3, open quote 25-22?
So moved.
Second.
And it's a motion and a second on the amendment. Any other amendments?
Yes.
Yes. I would also move that we remove from new business purchase of a Freightliner truck, 2017 Freightliner truck.
The second.
Second.
Okay, motion is,
I'll second that.
but Andy seconded it.
Okay.
We didn't vote on the first, so we'll vote on both amendments at this time. Is that it? Okay. All those in favor of the two amendments signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. All those in favor of the amended agenda signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
First. Yeah, two of those. Got two for each. It's 2518.
So what we're doing is opening quotes. As Nancy pointed out, we're doing opening quote 25-18. With quotes, there is no advertisement per se, so there will be no advertisement documentation. First quote is from Premium Concrete Services, Inc. They have a certified quote summary form with all items checked and signed. They acknowledge all items. Checked, acknowledged. Total lump sum quote, $59,840, 59840.00. Second quote is from C&E Excavating. They have a certified bid summary, quote summary form. All items checked and the form is signed. Their lump sum quote for this project, $31,900, 31900. Could have a motion. We're not awarding these today. Okay, could have a motion to assign these to staff to review them and report back at a future date.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. This motion carries.
2522.
Okay, first quote. We have a problem.
Later on, isn't it?
This says certified quote summary form, River District quote 2518. No, it's not you. But is this the River District billboard removal?
Take a look at it real quick.
It does on one, and the two quotes, the request for quote. Oh, this is the same thing, wrong number?
Yeah, the expectation, right?
Okay, no worries, no worries. This wanted to be clear. Okay, I have changed both quotes to show the proper quote number. Doesn't change any figures within it. First quote is from Peerless Midwest. Okay. They have a certified quote summary form with the acknowledge the scope of work. Their total lump sum quote, $90,800, 90800.00. The next quote is from North American Pump and Drilling. They also have a quote summary form. Timothy Reese signed it. I was worried for a minute that I lost my buddy. Their lump sum quote for this project is 88,000 even, 88,000.00. Could I have a motion to sign these to staff to review and report back at a future date?
So moved. Second?
A motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion. Okay, timeout. What was this quote for? This, the well field?
Yeah, lower aquifer.
Okay, could you check the wording on the top of those? I guess I had in my mind it was for billboard removal. That was the first quote. Okay,
Yeah, it says northwest. This one does say.
okay, so that it's the top thing. Okay. It was more than just the number. Okay, sorry, man. Did we vote on that?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry for my confusion. Claim and allowance docket.
Mr. Chair, I move that we approve the claim and allowance docket dated November 12th, 2025, in the total amount of $5,700,410.06, as consisting of 33 pages, printed on November 12th, 2025 at 9:03 a.m.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Hello, Aaron.
Good morning, Erin Coons, Interim Controller. We have Board and Waste Away Trash Services for November for $199,347.21. And then Stevens, Francis, and Second Reconstruction to Niblock for $500,866.68. It's our two largest.
Okay. Anything special going on financially?
Nope.
No? Okay.
I have a,
Surviving?
Hmm?
Are you surviving?
I'm here.
I have a question. Aaron, the trash contract, I know we opened up bids. Was that awarded or are they going to continue on, the same company?
That I'm not sure of.
Okay.
That'd be a Tory question.
You awarded it. at a
Yeah,
previous
You award-
meeting.
I know we opened it and they were the lowest responsive bidder, but I don't remember awarding.
Jim, do
Okay.
you know when that starts, when that changeover begins?
That was calendar year.
Tim Reeser, Assistant Director. I believe that it starts on 1/1/26.
On
Okay.
12/6?
1/1/26.
Oh, 1/1. Okay.
Yeah. Thanks.
Thank you. Other questions for anyone? Seeing none, all those in favor of approving claim allowance docket totaling $5,700,410.06 signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Give a motion to approve the minutes as prepared.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any changes? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Let's see. Let's do this. Let's accept, could I have a motion to accept the 2026 water, wastewater, stormwater, and aquatics operating and capital budgets?
So moved.
Second.
and a second. Tim? The memo says approve, but we're not ready to approve.
Yeah.
We'll
Good
just
morning,
accept.
Tim Reeser. Yes, we would like you guys to table the 2026 budgets until a later date. You guys can select it. We'll have all of our managers here to answer any questions that you guys have. We didn't want you to adopt it without having a chance to review it.
Okay. I don't think we have to table it if we're just accepting it. Is that right? Since I changed things up a little bit.
Was the motion to approve?
No, the motion was to accept.
Okay, you don't, but then it'll have to just get put back on the agenda for acceptance.
Right.
Right. Mhm.
I don't think that's a problem. Okay, so you'll have all of the managers'
Yes.
budget, the responsible parties for each budget line.
Yep. So you guys can take time to review them and then have questions and we'll have them here to answer them for you.
Okay. As we heard earlier, I have left my phone at home, and so hence I have no idea what calendar's like. So we will advise the staff when this will be at a later date.
Okay. Your next meeting, December 2nd, is right after Thanksgiving holiday. Okay, so, and then it would be,
16th.
yeah, it would be the 16th would be the,
I'm leaning towards that,
mid-December
but let me
meeting?
take a look.
okay.
If any of the board members have an issue one way or the other, I'd like for you to all, if possible, be there. Just send Nancy and I a note. We'll manage it. Okay, so anything we need to know about the budget beforehand?
There's nothing really special. We're not doing any capital projects. We followed the city's guidance with no raises for staff for 2026. There was decreases in almost every department, with the exception of our bond and interest fund that had an increase just because of the 2025 issue that's coming. And then we did take out debt on the water side as well, where we will be closing on that soon. So there's an increase on the water side for bond and interest payments in 26.
Okay, all right. Other questions for Tim before we vote on just accepting this and moving on? Seeing none, all those in favor accepting at this time the 2026 budgets signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. I'm going to do the same thing again, Anya. Could I have a motion to accept for consideration the 2026 wage resolution 25-R-17?
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Same thing?
Yes.
Okay. I hate to burden you guys, but in reading some of this, could you provide at that meeting or ahead of time an org chart on who's where now,
Yes.
people? I mean, because you were adding and subtracting and I was looking at it on my phone, so I was having a little trouble.
Yes. I think Tori has an updated org chart with all the reorganization that was done.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Mhm.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Sorry, I'm going to catch up here. Said there was nothing to sign.
The actual resolution, which I don't think we want to sign.
Sign it, right? Phew. Okay, we did that. budget transfer. So we have, okay, could I have a motion to approve resolution 25-R-18 for a budget transfer of $21,500?
So moved.
Second.
A motion and a second. For the record, Tim, what's this transfer for?
This is allowing us to, so let me take a step back. With Laura's official retirement, she's no longer on staff. So we had to seek outside contractors to be our operator of record for water and wastewater utilities. So this budget transfer will allow us to move the money from group life into contract services, so we can pay the contractor through the end of the year to act as our operator of record for the utility.
Okay.
Just a real quick question. What's the long-term plan for an operator of record?
The long-term plan, we hope to have somebody that's currently on staff gain the credentials to have the ability to act as our operator of record before the end of the year.
Okay.
So we're hoping that start of 2026, we don't have to have that as a contract anymore, that we can just rely on in-house staff.
Okay, thank you.
All righty. Other questions for Tim? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thanks, Tim. Could I have a motion to approve the bid documents, grant permission to advertise bid number 25-22, city building ADA barrier removal 2026 project?
So moved.
Second.
Motion a second.
Hi, Jeff Schaefer, city engineer. You may recall earlier this year, it was with last year's money, we received a study from DLZ where they reviewed all of our public spaces in our city buildings. We've been working on the buildings on and off a little bit since the transition plan started in 2011. This was kind of a refresh of that. So based on that document, we're going to start doing some projects probably once a year, maybe twice a year, where we go into the buildings and finish up some of these ADA barrier removals. This is a lot of things like sign postings, changing out doorknobs, just a lot of kind of small items. So the bid documents are actually the checklist that DLZ provided to us. We've excluded some things that are kind of major improvements that we'll deal with separately. This particular project will deal with City Hall, the Annex Building, and the Probation Building.
And this is funded through the ADA. Do they still do an ADA appropriation?
That's correct, yes. The council's actually, again, in next year's budget, approved $800,000 for ADA barrier removal. So we do have those funds available to us that we haven't had in the past. In the past, as you probably recall, we've mostly focused on the right-of-way issues. This is some additional funding that we can focus on building issues as well.
Great. Good move. Other questions for Jeff?
Nope.
Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Next item is final acceptance Elkhart East Area A infrastructure. Could I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Final acceptance of water, sanitary sewer, storm sewer, and streets for the development known as Elkhart East Area A.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Jeff?
This was a privately funded project that the developer was receiving a reimbursement from the County Redevelopment Commission. So we actually bid this project and managed it as a public project, but it was all privately funded. The work's all done. We've done our final walkthrough. We've received the as-built, and we're ready to do the formal acceptance of this infrastructure. This is located north of County Road 4, west of County Road 17, at the extreme northeast corner of the city. There is already a new business under construction within the business park.
Okay. You guys have inspected the
Yes,
infrastructure?
we did the final walkthrough. We did the inspection during the process. C&E was the contractor.
And I forget what I read was that streets as well?
Yes.
Okay, good. Other questions for Jeff about Elkhart East Area A? as an aside, is that the last area to be developed?
No, there's kind of some infill in, I think, what they would call Area C, I want to say, which is north of County Road 6 and west of County Road 17.
It's south of the toll road.
The south of the toll road,
Okay.
correct. And then there's also the southeast corner of County Road 6 and County Road 17, which I think is called Area E. Now you're really making me pull it out of the cobwebs.
The original, it was carved in stone tablets. The original development called for multi-use path to weave through the entire development. Has that been done, or is that?
On the south side of County Road 6, yes. Beyond that, not as much. I don't believe there's much on the northeast, the kind of the original business park where the RV Hall of Fame is. A lot of that was developed in the county and we took it over later. I think that's probably more important on the south side of County Road 6. I've heard some rumblings that southeast corner, which was supposed to be kind of the town center, that long strip, that we might see something, but I think that's more important, is making sure there's connectivity to that particular component.
Righty. Okay, then, all those in favor of this final acceptance for Elkhart East Area A signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
Mr. Chair, I move that we accept the preventative maintenance agreement with GNL Corporation for the City Hall HVAC system and authorize the board president to execute the agreement with costs not to exceed $39,746.
Second.
Motion and a second.
So Joseph Torti is here from DLZ. So if you have some deep questions about the project, he's available. He's one of their mechanical engineers. I can talk to this. This is, there was an allowance in the contract with GLE that we used a little bit of the money, but that allowance was also there to do a preventative maintenance agreement over an 18-month period. So this is a not to exceed price where if Buildings and Grounds will be managing this contract, they've reviewed the contract, as they need things or call things in, they'll be priced out up to this not to exceed. You'll see in the agreement, there's a number of strike throughs. They provided us an initial agreement that our legal advisor chopped up a little bit. And that's why you see a number of those strike through items that we can't agree to just because we're a public entity. So this has been reviewed by DLZ, it's been reviewed by Buildings and Grounds. It's also been reviewed by our legal. And so this will allow Buildings and Grounds to manage the preventive maintenance process over the next 18 months.
With GNL being their contractor.
Which, being the original contractor and continuing the preventative maintenance. After that time, then Buildings and Grounds can decide if they want to continue on with them or move to a different vendor.
So the HVAC is all done now and working?
It is done.
Nancy?
Joseph can speak to that, exactly where the project is. Thanks.
Hi, Joseph Torti, DLZ. So the project is currently in project closeout. We have a meeting today to discuss a few testing and balancing items with the system. So the construction is complete and we are working just to do the final balancing of all the system to ensure that the system is running properly.
Good. Is that why it was so cold in here yesterday?
Probably. We've been working through a few items with our pumps and balancing in the mechanical room. So today we're meeting to wrap those items up.
Just because I'm a curious guy and I'm not around anymore, but so with the pumps and balancing, do we anticipate Buildings and Grounds are going to be able to do that in the future if there's a problem? Or is that something that we're going to have to bring GNL in to do each time?
The purpose would be for GNL to come with the preventative maintenance contract. There's an option there for them to do things beyond preventative maintenance that they can bill for. So the staff was trained on how to work some simple controls, including thermostats and settings. But the purpose of the maintenance agreement will be for GNL to get a call to come and fix any issues beyond what the staff was trained to do.
And so where does balancing fit in there beyond us?
Balancing should be done as part of the main project, so there shouldn't be any reason to balance beyond the preventative maintenance.
Okay.
So yeah, the balancing is still part of the main project, not the preventative maintenance contract. So
Okay, great, thank you.
I had a question.
Go ahead.
Does this cover programming or is it just the mechanicals?
the main project will cover the programming and getting the controls all set correctly. So the preventative maintenance shouldn't have to deal with any of the controls or programming once they're set as part of the main project.
Okay, but if we get down the line and all of a sudden we discover really for buildings and grounds, they should have ability to do something else. Is that going to be a separate fee for the programming then?
I believe, yes, it would be a separate fee for GNL to do work beyond what is stated in the agreements in the system.
So this is basically well baby care for the equipment.
Sorry, can you
This
repeat
is
that?
just well baby care for the equipment for the next.
Yeah,
okay.
right. So the 18-month was extended. So you guys, the biggest part of the preventative maintenance is during your changeover seasons. So that's why it was extended to 18 months to cover the 3 changeover seasons, which is the most time you'd experience where you require maintenance. So
Thank you.
Great.
thank you.
Anything else? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Salt, change order 1 for salt. Could I have a motion to approve change order number 10 for street department salt, SALT, capital letters, facility in the amount of $4,894.40, bringing the final contract price to $1,353,583.39.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second.
I just want to, for the record, remind the board, change order number 10 seems like a lot, but this was a design build project. As you recall, we kind of did change orders 1 through 9 all in one big package. So these change orders, even though there are a lot of them, we are actually well under our original budget. In fact, we're just barely over our original contract price because they've been both deductive and additive as we've gotten into the design and the construction. So 10 seems like a lot, but this is a design build project, so it'll be unique. Project update, we are substantially complete. We are 1 week behind the original schedule, so we think they performed very well. We did our final walkthrough yesterday. Mr. Lucas led that along with Mike Zeus for the city. Couple punch list items to handle, but nothing significant. And the facility will be put into service probably sometime next week or the week after, a couple weeks. The facility will be put into service. So we're extremely pleased with the result. We may, now that we have it up in the air, we may add a couple little things. If you get a chance to go out to the facility, it's kind of amazing. You can see it from space. It's a very large facility. We may add a little bit of a curtain, a steel curtain on the top of it to keep rain out. And we may add a little bit kind of a hose reel for how they use their beet juice mix. So there may be a couple change orders we come back to you with before we do a final closeout. But other than that, we're extremely pleased with the project.
This is out on the street department property?
It's at street department property at the rear of the property. And it is a beautiful facility. It's turned out very well.
Does it already have winter salt in it?
It does not yet. They just poured concrete last week, so that concrete's still curing. The salt right now is stored in another street department building. And so the street department will be moving that salt along with taking their new delivery first week of December would be my guess, based on what we're thinking. So it's actually worked out really well for us. I don't believe we've even really delayed our normal first salt delivery. So it's come in time.
And since the word SALT looks like it's an acronym, is it an acronym?
It's an acronym that Mr. Irwin came up with, so I'm going to blame him. It's the Storage and Loading Transfer Facility.
Okay, then. Glad I asked that.
We store salt and sand and other materials in there.
Okay,
Not
Oh.
my idea.
so not just salt.
Not
It's,
just salt.
okay.
Correct. It actually, if you see the facility, there's 2 sides. So there's one side where we do the main storage of the minerals, the salt like mineral. The other side is where we can mix the salt and the sand together. So we store the sand there and that's where we mix with the sand. We tend to bring the sand in as we need it, but we buy the salt all at once. So we move the salt from one side to the other, bring in a load of sand, mix those 2 together, add the beet juice to it, and then that's what goes into the trucks.
Have we been happy with the design build process?
It's gone very, very well with this particular vendor. And so I don't want to speak for the mayor's office, would like to get their opinion, obviously, but with this particular vendor, it really has gone very well.
And Mark, do you agree with that? Mark Lucas agrees. Thank you. Other questions for Jeff? Seeing none, all those in favor of this change order signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
Mr. Chair, I move that we approve change order number 1 for the City Hall HVAC project, decreasing the contract value by $39,746, resulting in a contract price of $1,303,894.22.
Second.
Motion and a second. Jeff?
I apologize. This probably should have come before the agreement because this is the change order that takes the money out of the construction project and then we will set it aside for the preventative maintenance agreement. So that's what this project is doing. Like I talked about earlier, there was an allowance. We didn't use the full allowance. We'll take this money out and that'll go to the preventative maintenance agreement.
Okay. More questions for Jeff? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. We have a motion to approve specifications and grant permission to advertise bid number 25-21 accessible pedestrian signals project.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Hello, Mr. Lucas.
Morning, Mark Lucas, Public Works. This project will upgrade the pedestrian crossings at 6 intersections by installing accessible pedestrian signal systems.
And could you describe for the board what that means?
They're audible, vibro-tactile, all the bells and whistles. People with low vision, blind, hearing impairments, it aids them in crossing. Gives them direction, tells them where they're at, where they're crossing, how much time they have to cross.
Okay. Is Public Works paying for this? Is this budgeted?
This comes out of the ADA increase that Jeff was talking about. We're able to do more now that we haven't been able to do in years past.
Okay, great. Other questions for Jeff? For Mark, who is much nicer than Jeff. Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
Mr. Chair, I move that we ratify partial payment request SRF number 75 of SRF loan WW221-62005 in the amount of $77,380 to DLZ from the allocated SRF loan for professional services on the Oakland Avenue Project D CSO 6 and 7 connection design.
There's a motion
Second.
and a second. What are we doing, Jason?
Jason Simnick, Public Works. This is just a monthly bill from DLZ for their work that we just going up to the bidding process of Project D. So,
Which we've already bid,
which we've
right?
already done. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are they doing inspection? You're doing the inspection?
We are doing the inspection mostly. There will be some inspection that we'll need at the tank itself for pump work and electrical and whatnot. So.
And when do we think the construction will start, or has it started?
It's starting next year. We haven't gotten like any sort of schedule from them.
Oh,
but
okay.
There will be work.
Not this year.
No, not this year.
Okay. Great. Other questions? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Could I have a motion to ratify partial payment number 28 in the amount of $430,341 and no cents to C&E Excavating from SRF loan WW221 62005 for construction of on the Oakland Avenue Force Main Phase A project.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second.
Project A is going well. We got Indiana Avenue opened up to traffic on November 10th from Franklin all the way to Napanee Street. So it's open, and we just got surface pavement down on Waurika yesterday. So it's good to go out there.
So Senior is basically done, or they're still working within the plant to make the connection?
There's some work in the plant that still has to happen. And then we have, but like the utility, most of the utility work is done. There's just a little bit of connection work that they have to do in the plant. They're connecting two headworks. I think they have to put, they have to seal up the connection to headworks, put a internal plate on a pipe, and, but yeah, we're really close to the end on this one.
But they're done on the east end on Indiana Avenue near Oakland?
They are not doing that portion. That's Project B.
But they ran to that site?
Yes,
right?
yeah, they ran to that. Yeah, so yeah, no, they're all the way done. Yeah, Project B is able to connect to Project A already, so.
Great. All righty. Other questions for Jason? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
Did we jump over number 12? Okay.
I'm not going to pay that.
Yeah.
All right. Which one did we skip? B?
This one here.
Go ahead.
Okay, Mr. Chair, I move that we ratify partial payment request SRF number 12 of SRF loan WW 241-82006 in the amount of $69,646 to DLZ from the allocated SRF loan for professional services on the Oakland Avenue Project B, Oakland CSO tank.
Second.
And a second. This is the tank itself?
Yes, this is the tank itself. This is the work that DLZ is doing. They're doing the inspection on that project along with all of the project coordination.
Okay. So was his name Joe? Yeah.
Yeah.
Just tell Andy that I tried not to pay you guys, okay? Great. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign.
Can I ask a quick question?
Oh,
Just
yes, you
when
can.
is that final part of Indiana slated to open then, that gets everyone all the way back?
2040.
We we will be opening Indiana this year still, but we will be closing the underpass on Oakland next year. So it's we did not want to have Oakland underpass closed at the same time we had Benham underpass closed.
Yep.
Benham is now open, and so next year we will be closing Oakland underpass.
I love construction.
Thanks for the explanation.
We vote on that?
Yes,
We did?
yes.
All right. Next victim is,
Another ratification.
okay, we did 28. Payment 28 to C&E.
Yep.
We're up to 8 for Selge, right?
Mhm.
Okay. Go ahead, Rose.
Mr. Chair, I move that we ratify partial payment request number 8 in the amount of $1,685,816 to Selge Construction from SRF loan WW 241-82006 for construction on the Oakland Project B, Oakland CSO tank project.
Second.
A motion and a second. Jason?
Yes, Selge has been doing a very good job out there doing the work. They will get Indiana opened up this year for the winter. They've done a good job. We delayed them a little bit for our emergency work we had to do on Old US 20, and I feel like they've done a pretty good job of catching up to the phase they're at now. So.
And And I see this was a $35 million contract and we're about 28% done with it.
Yes, yeah.
And have they settled on a solution to their wall problem?
They're working on it. They've done a couple of sample fixes basically to mock up for DLZ to show them what they were planning on doing. I don't know if one has been accepted, like this is how we're going to do it.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm.
Other questions for Jason? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
Mr. Chair, I move that we accept and place on file the Water Utility Monthly Report of Operations for the month of October 2025.
Second.
Motion and a second. Who submitted this? Dara? Operator of record.
That is a good question. I think it might have been our new operator
It
of
does
record.
say operator of records.
Yeah. But from what I know, things have been going well with our water utility. No issues. Dara Deegan, Public Works.
Looks like pumping is not up. Less revenue. Okay. Same as October. All right, great. Other questions? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed, same sign. Yes, motion carries. Could have a motion to approve an additional appropriation totaling $7,800 from Employer Group Life Insurance Fund to contractual services to cover emergency water repair on Beck Drive.
So
It's
moved.
all water utility funds.
Moved.
So
Real
moved.
quick, it is, for a point of clarity, it's not an additional appropriation. The funds are already appropriated within
It's a transfer.
distributions budget. This is just a transfer from group life to contractual. So
Okay,
I believe the resolution is for a budget transfer, just the memo stated additional appropriation.
okay, let's withdraw both motion and second. Withdrawn?
Withdrawn?
All right, could I have a motion to approve a resolution of the Board of Works of City of Elkhart? It says appropriating
It does.
appropriating funds. So you're saying transferring funds, right?
Correct. The funds are already appropriated with the 2025 budget. This is just simply moving it from group life to contractual.
Yeah, even the text of the memo talks about appropriation. Or of the resolution, I apologize. Do we need a resolution?
Let's table this and have Maggie and Tim, if possible, come back today, otherwise next meeting.
Okay.
Motion to table?
So moved?
Second.
Motion and
Want a
second
copy?
to table.
No.
Okay.
All those in favor of tabling at this time signify by saying aye.
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 Thank
Opposed?
you.
What?
I just, thank you.
Oh, sure. Okay, okay, timeout. Catch up, Mike. I thought this was mine.
Okay.
I have to be careful. So many piles here if it ends up in the wrong pile. Either not get signed or get filed. Okay, let's see, we are at tabled item. Let's take this item off the table. Could I have a motion to take mercury exceedance for Gemeinhart permit number 2025-03 off the table?
So moved.
Second.
Have this item, all those in favor of taking this item off the table signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Believe we still need to do a motion. So could I have a motion to find Gemeinhart in violation of exceeding establish local limits for mercury and assign penalties of $500 for permit number 2025-03.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Thank you. I basically want to know, and I don't,
Ms. Cash?
I'll get fired, won't I? I think we've heard a lot about this. Stephen, anything new?
No, nothing new. Engineering has taken a look at this as well and confirmed that the documentation that was presented to Gemeinhart is in fact that their sanitary line and the storm sewer out there is separated.
It's a new world.
Okay. And also, I think it's also important to note that we did resample Gemeinhart for mercury and they're back in compliance. Still not sure why the initial violation occurred, but representatives from Gemeinhart are here. And
Okay, thank you. Anything new, representatives from Gemeinhart?
No,
You have to speak at it.
David Pirtle, the president of Gemeinhart. No, we don't really have anything new. I don't know where it came from. We're not discharging water out of the wastewater line. We're not running that at all. Nothing's running in the factory that would even put in there like that. No idea where it came from. And I mean, they retested it, what was the sample they took, but I don't know. There's definitely nothing that we can think that we did put it in there. My main concern is, like I say, if there's a second violation, there could be that from, same thing. I don't know where we come from,
Okay, we appreciate that.
Yeah.
Thank you for all your time. Ready to vote? All right. We have a motion and a second. All those in favor of finding Gemeinhart in violation and assess a penalty of $500 signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
Mr. Chair, I move that we ratify 5 water assessments, 2 sewer assessments, 12 driveway permits, 5 release of bonds, and 3 revocable permits.
Second.
A motion and a second. Jeff. As you are now the city engineer, do the board, would Tori and Jeff like the board to transfer the authority to sign on the board's behalf to you instead of Tori?
Yeah, I think that probably makes sense. I can bring an agenda item to do that next week or at the next meeting.
Great. I thought,
Yeah.
no offense to Tori, but you're the hands-on guy for the day-to-day hands-on. It'd be better off.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Okay. All those in favor of ratifying these items, let me just state for the record too, in case anybody's not aware, these are very standard items that the board has to act on. By the board delegating these approvals and releases to the city engineer or their staff, it speeds up the process. It could take 6 or 8 weeks to get a bond released or a permit issued. Now it can be done overnight. So I think this helps the public. The board doesn't need to know the detailed evaluation of each thing. However, anyone who does not agree with any of these items is still has the ability to come and appeal to the board. So we're not pushing everything off on people. The quick response, I think, is well worth the effort. Having said that, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. That abatement training. Let's see. I think we would like I have a motion to approve the contract for the contractor for the lead abatement training with Green Tree Environmental Services. Contract not to exceed $16,000. Is that right?
That is correct. Holly Carlson.
A motion?
Second.
No,
All moved.
move
So moved.
and second.
Okay.
Now, Holly.
Holly
Sorry.
Carlson, Development Services Program Manager for Elkhart City's HUD Lead Capacity Building Grant. As a part of the grant requirements, we're required to try and get a bigger contractor pool to be certified in lead abatement of houses. We'll be holding this training in February, and it does not require any city funds. It is completely covered by the grant.
I'm sorry, I didn't quite hear. The goal is to get more city people able or to get a contractor to do it?
Any contractors. The courses that have been held in 2025 were hosted by South Bend, and they've come from the region, from Gary, Hammond, Fort Wayne, Indy, Bloomington. It's any contractor that wants to bid on a lead abatement project.
Oh, okay, I get it now. Not inspection, but the actual abatement.
Correct.
Oh, great. Great, great. And HUD pays for all of this too.
They are.
Okay, perfect. Well, thanks, Holly. I appreciate it. Other questions for Holly? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. This motion carries.
They corrected the resolution.
Okay, let's do it at the end. Okay,
So, I think we have more.
where are
items.
we at the end?
Almost. We got one more item before the end, I think.
Anthem.
Okay, approval, assumption.
Yeah.
Okay, could I have a motion to grant authority to the Director of Human Resource to execute the document on behalf of the City of Elkhart for Anthem assumption and conditions?
So moved.
Second?
Motion and a second. Aye,
Gloria Lopez, Safety and Risk Manager.
just a little.
So we
Your
asked
name again? I'm sorry.
Gloria Lopez, Safety and Risk Manager for
Okay, thank you.
HR department. And so we were just asking for the approval. There wasn't any changes to the 2026 plan year, but we do have to get an approval for the assumption of conditions.
Okay. Questions? Seeing none? Thank you for coming. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Okay. Let's do, could I have a motion to approve the Thanksgiving food distribution event from the Elkhart Police Department on 11/20?
So moved.
Second.
Motion is second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Could I have a motion to take Resolution 25-R-19 off the table?
So moved.
Second.
Second?
Motion is second to take this item off the table. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Could I have a motion to approve Resolution 25-R-19, a resolution of the Board of Public Works of the City of Elkhart, Indiana, transferring funds for the emergency repair on Beck Drive?
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Martin?
Hi, Martin Opfinger, Public Works and Utilities Network Manager. Yeah, this was a rare emergency for the water side. We historically haven't had to do anything like that, so we were a little bit shy of what we needed to get HRP paid for the work that they did out there.
Was this where somebody dug into our line?
So when we were doing one of the companies out there had to have a monitoring manhole installed. We believe that when that was under construction, they may have run over a valve box and, caused a leak and not realized it. So the high groundwater table, it was beyond something that we could do in-house.
Are we trying to recoup any of this money?
I think we definitely looked into it to see if there's a possibility. Just too much time had passed from
Okay.
the time the work had been done.
All right. Okay, thank you. Other questions for Martin? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Right. Oh, you guys can start that one. This is, oh, do you guys want a copy of this? Or want me to throw them away? The resolution.
I don't need a copy.
Okay. Good, fast work, Maggie. I think we're to the point of public participation. Anyone within the chambers wish to comment? Seeing none. Anyone online wish to input or comment? Please note that you have to be visible in order to be allowed to comment to the board. Seeing none. Rose?
I move that we adjourn this meeting, Mr. Chair.
Second.
Motion and a second. We are adjourned.